It's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon, where we shall be looking at mastering prompt engineering with ChatGPT and how best you can get the best results out of ChatGPT and many other artificial intelligence boots that we shall be looking at today. It will be an interactive session, and I will be calling each and everybody to participate here and there so that we can learn from one another in today's session. So this is the theme of today's session. So I will begin the session by posing a few questions so that I can hear from your side in case you have interacted with different AIs, how best they have helped you and all that. So to begin with, is AI good for you? But before you answer the question, is AI good for you? I would like to first hear from your side what AI is. Someone can tell us AI in full, another one can tell us its description or how you understand it. Feel free to raise your hand or use the chat section. Joan in the chat section talks about artificial intelligence. Sawia, go on. Sawia, your hand is up. You can talk to us.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. Go on. Yes, in the chat section, we have Naume talks about artificial intelligence. That's right. Anthony says AI is artificial intelligence. Robert says the same. Danish talks about the same. Then Silva comes up and says it is an application to provide solutions through digital network. Yes, that is his submission. Anthony says AI poses a threat in the job market. I feel robots are replacing human force. Okay. Anita says, I cherish AI. It's good for me. Right. Okay. So someone defined AI as, can we have more definitions coming in the chat section? Definitions of AI, or feel free to raise your hand and give your submission. Okay, so basically we are looking at teaching computers or to make computers to do tasks like humans. That is AI. And so when we said, is AI good for you? Someone said that AI is being cherished. Then someone says it is a threat to the job market. Okay. So let me know if AI is good for you. Keep the conversation in the chat section. So to me, as a person who has interacted with AI in different fields, I feel that AI is good for you because when you look at this slide displayed, I'm going to request one of you to take up the slide. You can read what you can see from your screen. AI in the area of learning, AI in the area of entertainment, AI in assistance, AI in safety. Let me have Robert. Robert, unmute and take it on.
I can see that in assistance, AI can be like a helpful friend. They can help you find information or even set reminders for important things.
Yes, that is good. Someone else can take up entertainment, learning, or safety. You can raise your hand and take it up. Yes, Lydia.
Learning. AI can help you learn new things in a fun and interactive way.
Okay, we shall see all that. Someone can take on another slot. Yes, Brian. Mumbere Brian. Okay, we can have someone else.
Yes. In entertainment, AI can make your playtime more enjoyable. It makes the game more challenging and exciting.
Yeah, those of you who are into games, Xbox and the rest, AI has been there for you. Let me hear from Naomi. Can take on the rest. Naomi. If Naomi is far, let's hear from.
Read.
Okay, go on.
Help a helpful friend. They can help you find information or even set reminders for important things.
Okay. Sawia, can you take on safety? Sawia, are you near your gadget?
Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
All right, I'm taking on safety. AI can also be used to make things safer. For example, self-driving cars. Use of AI to understand the environment and avoid accidents. That is safety.
Yeah, so AI is good for you because you can see it is good in learning, entertainment, assistance, and safety. Okay, going on to the next slide, we are looking at how AI is helping people in many professionals. So many professionals are still wondering whether AI is good or bad for them in the area of finance, healthcare, education, journalism, and many other professionals. So when you look at finance, in finance industry, AI is used for fraud detection, risk assessment, and algorithmic trading. In healthcare, we are looking at AI being used to assist doctors in diagnosing diseases and recommending treatments. In education, we are looking at AI increasingly being used in education to personalize the learning experience and can also help to automate administrative tasks like grading multiple choice exams and much more. When it comes to journalism, we find that AI is bringing some interesting possibilities. We have automated writing, news recommendations, fact-checking, data analysis, transcription, and translation. That is how AI is being helpful in a few of the fields that we have identified here. In case your field is not identified, you can also tell us how AI is helping you outside there. I give a minute to hear from your end how AI is being used in your field. You can as well use the chat section. Any submission is welcome. Okay, if none, so we need to look at artificial intelligence chatbots. We have heard about chatbots. If you have experienced them before, some of you have been buying goods online, or you want something online, or you visit a website and they are telling you to click here and chat or ask something or any inquiries. You go there, you start chatting, but it is not the real person you are talking to, but these are automated chatbots helping you. So here you find you are saying, hi, how someone comes, how can I help you? You say, I'm looking for a watch with the step counter. Then the chatbot gets for you the answer. So anyone who can define what artificial intelligence chatbots are, or what AI chatbot is? When I look at the chat section, Ronald says AI is used in collection of data and analyzing it. Yes. Do we have anyone willing to tell us what AI chatbots are? Okay, from what they do, we are seeing that a chatbot is a computer program that uses artificial intelligence, which is AI, and natural language processing, NLP, to understand customer requests and automate responses to them. This one is simulating the human conversation. Okay, Mumbele Brian says a chatbot is a software that stimulates human-like conversation with users via chat. Yes, that's it. It is not different from what we can see here. So provided you pose a question or a request, it has to respond according to what you have requested. And in case it finds that it cannot respond to that, that's when it will say, can I transfer your conversation to an agent? And then you find that you can start conversing with the real agent or the real person. Okay, we can go on. So from here, I want us to interact with some of the best AI chatbots in 2023. There are many, but in today's session, we are going to look at least 3 of them. And I'm going to request any of you to participate by taking us through what you can see on your screen. We have ChatGPT, we have Bing Chat, and Google Bard. Who is ready? You can unmute. Okay. Anita, your microphone is on. You can read.
Hope everyone is listening to me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Chatbots, developed by OpenAI and launched on November 30th, 2022. It is notable for enabling users to refine and steer a conversation towards a desired length.
Format style, okay.
Level of detail and language used.
Okay. Talk about Bing Chat.
Bing Chat is an AI chatbot experience from Microsoft based on the popular ChatGPT version 4 large language model, that is LLM, from OpenAI to offer similar responses to how humans will answer questions.
Okay, go to the next. Next is Google Bard.
Google Bard is a Google to stimulate tool designed to simulate human conversations using natural language processing and machine learning.
Okay, so in today's session, We are going to look at how these work and how best you can use them in any of your field. So I'm sure these AI chatbots will help you in your profession, whether you are a student, you are in all your professions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how the interface of ChatGPT looks like. Top left, bottom left is Google Bard, and top right is Bing Chat. So we are going to interact with these ones one at a time, and we see how they give responses, how best can you phrase your responses to get the best results. So the way we have heard from Google Bard, this one is from Google. And so we are going to see how it works. I'm going to share another screen. We look at how Google Bard works. So with Google Bard, one needs to sign up for an account. That means that you should have a Gmail account, and then you sign up, you join the whitelist, and then your interface will look like this. So at this point, you ask Google Bard what you are interested in, and then it will give you responses. So this is the area where you enter your question, where you prompt to ask the AI. So here I'm asking it, what are some of the best places to visit in New York? And I submit this. So you will get responses based on your questions. In the chat section, I see someone says that there is also Squad, it uses WhatsApp. Yes, so some of these OpenAI companies have moved a step to create those chatbots that you can chat with on WhatsApp. You pose a question and they will answer you. A colleague here has mentioned Squad. There is also Godzilla is also there to respond. So here you can see how Google Bard is responding. It says here some of the best places to visit in New York. It shows you Times Square, and even it goes ahead to give you the picture of how that place looks like. It shows you that this one has been gotten from Wikipedia. Then this one is Central Park, and much more. So you will find that some of the AIs don't provide pictures or don't provide graphics. This Google Bard, for it uses the internet to get for you the information. So that is Google Bard. You can continue interacting with it, sign up for an account with it, and start using it in your day-to-day activities. Next, we need to interact with the Bing chat. So with the Bing chat, this one, it works within Microsoft Edge. That is the browser Microsoft Edge. As we saw that Google Bard is by Google, so it works in the browser and at best with Google Chrome. And then when it comes to Bing, this one works only in Microsoft Edge as the browser and its app. Okay, so we can interact with Bing chat and see how it returns responses. I'm going to open my browser. This is Edge. when you look at top right, you can see top right where I'm pointing. I can annotate there, this area here. Are we together? Any question in the chat section? Okay, that is where we access the Bing Chat AI from. Before accessing this Bing Chat AI, you need to have also a Microsoft account so that most of your responses are accurate. When you have signed up an account, this Bing Chat will appear there. So you click on it. After clicking on it, you will see this chat dialog box. So with this, it has three options. There is more creative, there is more balanced, and more precise. So with more precise, you are looking for the exact answers, or we can say almost exact answers. That is when you are using more precise section. So when you are going to chat, specify so that you get better results. So for example, I'm going to pose a question, more precise. I come and type my question. My question, I'm asking Bing Chat, I have 5 oranges today. I ate 3 oranges last week. How many oranges do I have left? So I search. So it is generating responses. So it says that if you had 5 oranges today, you ate 3 oranges last week, then you still have 5 oranges left. The number of oranges you ate last week does not affect the number of oranges you have today. And then it continues to ask, is there anything else I can help you? So this is a more precise answer, and it is very accurate. Now, I want us to compare this answer with Google Bard. So here I come back to Google Bard. I give it the same question, and we see. So we are waiting for the response here. So Google Bard, it says that we have 2 oranges left. And it goes ahead to explain, you started with 5 oranges and you ate 3 oranges last week. So you have 5 minus 3 equals 2 oranges left. So meaning that this one is not more accurate. Because you can see the other side, we had to choose a more precise answer. So this one does not have that option to give you a more precise answer. Hopefully you have noticed the difference there. Any question? You can raise your hand or ask in the chat section. Are we together at that very point? Okay, so we can go ahead and ask our Bing Chat some other questions. So we can ask, and we can say also best places to visit in Uganda. So like the way we saw in Google Bard giving us images, even Bing Chat is able to provide you with images of some of the questions that you pose. So it is generating some of the best places you can visit in Uganda. You can see the responses are coming. Yes, Oscar, go ahead and ask your question. Your hand is up.
between the two answers, which one is right? The one from and another one from which one is right? The previous answers.
Yes. So for you, according to you, if we ask yourself,
yes,
you have 5 oranges today, and you ate 3 oranges last week. Okay.
Yes.
How many oranges do you have? According to you, how many oranges do you have left?
Yes, according to me, I think 2 is the right answer.
Why?
Because it is 5 minus 3.
No, and remember, you have 5 oranges today. Today, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So it means that the 3 oranges that you are talking about, they were for last week, isn't it?
Oh.
So you still have 5 with you, isn't it?
Exactly. The problem here is the English. I've got it.
Okay, then. So meaning that here it is more accurate. You get it. Even went ahead to explain to you that the number of oranges you ate last week does not affect the oranges you have today, isn't it? So you still have 5. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other person with a question? Okay, that's how you can interact with Bing Chat and Google Bard. Let me share my presentation again. Okay, so I was saying that with Bing Chat, it also generates images of what it is asked. Let me first hear from Christopher Chiza. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for this session. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions.
Yes, please.
One, I have previously chatted with bots on social media. I'd like to ask, how is that done? Can I use these tools, Bing, Google Bard, and others, to connect my social media account to these AI tools? And then number two, is my account not vulnerable to attacks, to hacking, if they are connected to this? And then number three, do I need to have them allow them have access to my accounts in order for them to be generating content for people who are asking questions on my pointing questions towards me using on my social media account?
Can you repeat the third question? Your third question is not all that clear.
Like, it is like, if maybe I want to have my social media account connected to these AI tools, do I have to allow them have access to my account?
Okay, so you want to have chatbots on your social media accounts? Yes, it is correct. You can have them, but of course, here what you need to know is that their functionality differs. Those that we normally put on websites to respond to people's queries, they are different from the ones we are interacting today in one way or the other. Because these ones, you can see the way we interact with them, we are feeding in large amounts of data compared to the other ones that we make for assistance purposes. For example, you find that by nature, those ones are called chatbots, and that's why they are installed, and their services are also paid for once you want to integrate them on your social media accounts or on your websites to do assistance. Of course, you have to allow them access your accounts, because that's why you sign up for an account. It means that you are approving that you are the real person. So you have to sign up for an account so that you are able to use them. So the answer is yes. Then you are not eligible to attacks, because attacks may not pass through these chatbots directly, but at least they can take over maybe your server or any other means, but not directly to these chatbots. Do we have more questions in the chat section? Checking to see those questions. Someone says bad.google.com is not supported in Uganda. In scenarios where you access it and you find that it is not supported, you can turn on your VPN and you choose country, can choose UK or USA. But for me, right now, I've not turned on any VPN, and you saw I was able to interact with. So they are trying to release or to remove some of those limitations in other countries. But when it was new, it had those limitations for some countries. But in case you get the same issue, turn on your VPN, choose country, UK or USA, you'll be able to use Google Bard. In the chat section, someone says, I once used an AI called Ask AI, but it asks for subscription. Is that the same with Bing and Bard? With Bing and Bard, these are free to use. Once you sign up for an account with your Gmail for Bard and Microsoft account for Bing Chat, you are free to interact with them until when you get tired. Maybe with time, they may start subscription, but for now, subscription is not yet there. Anita says, why is it that when I ask about trading newsletters, the answers are nowhere? They reply, sorry. Does Bing answer questions about trending news? Yes, Bing will give you the trending news because it also searches for information from the internet. It also searches from different websites, and it will give you the source where it has picked that information. Do we have open source website chatbots that are self-managed on a server? That one we may need to do a thorough research. That one we may need to do a thorough research and come up with that answer. Christopher Chiza, your hand is still up. You have any query to answer?
Yeah, I wanted to ask something about ChatGPT.
Yes. We are coming to it.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, my question was, there's times I try to look for information, then it tells me its knowledge stops, I think, in 2021 or something.
Yes.
So how do I go about that?
So for now, we started with the Bard and the Bing Chat. We are coming also to ChatGPT, and we see also its limitations and how best you can overcome them, how best you can phrase your statements to get the best results. Okay, Nixon is answering Anita, okay. Then Santas is saying, okay, thank you, okay. Birunji. Okay, yeah, we can go ahead and look at the chat section, those who pose questions. I'm thankful some people are responding to some queries. That is great. Okay, so we move to the next, which is ChatGPT. And this ChatGPT is one of the reasons why we are here. We want to master it and see how best we can interact with it. So with ChatGPT, you will also need to sign up for an account. And then when you sign up for an account, you will be able to start interacting with it. So I'm going to share my screen. We can pose a question also to ChatGPT. So when you look at ChatGPT also, that is its interface. That's how it looks like once you have opened up for an account with ChatGPT. And here, this is where you enter your prompt. This is where you type your question. I will use the same questions. I have 5 oranges today. I ate 3 oranges last week. How many oranges do I have left? I look for the answer. So you can see what ChatGPT is saying. It is also saying that we have 2 oranges left, after labeling to give us even the methods that you get 5 minus 3 equals 2. So you can see that BARD and ChatGPT, these ones are not more accurate as of now regarding our math question. But however, there is a way you can continue prompting these AIs to get the best results. So now if I ask ChatGPT again, I can say, give me 5 places to visit in Uganda. So it gives me Bwindi Impenetrable, Murchison Falls, Queen Elizabeth. But you can see here, ChatGPT for it doesn't give images like in Bing and BARD. So this one is only text-based. It can also provide tables, but images here may not be generated. Okay, that is ChatGPT. Then you can see here, upgrade to plus. So once you upgrade to plus, ChatGPT will even be able to give you the correct answer for this question that we asked it. Where we were saying, I have 5 oranges, I ate 3, you will find it with a plus account or a pro account. ChatGPT will be able to answer your question right. Okay. So now I'm going to request one of you to take us through these 2 areas, especially the difference between ChatGPT and a search engine. You can raise your hand and take it on.
Chat, can you hear me?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
ChatGPT is a language model created to hold a conversation with the end user. A search engine indices web pages on the internet to help the user find the information they asked for. The free version of ChatGPT does not have the ability to search the internet for information. It uses the information it earned from training data to generate a response, which leaves room for error.
Yes. Yeah. So search engines, those AIs that are able to access the internet, they will give more accurate information, and then even they will be able to give you the latest information. But when it comes to AI like ChatGPT, these are trained, they are pre-trained, and they are they are given data for maybe versions. We can have versions, you keep improving them. So now, today, our emphasis is going to be put on ChatGPT. Those who haven't accessed ChatGPT, this is the link. This is the link. I'm sharing it in the chat section as well, so that you are able. So I'm sharing this link in the chat section. You can sign up for an account. Sign up for an account. I see a hand from Naomi. Unmute and talk to us.
Yes, please, Mr. Benard.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, about the question which you posed to ChatGPT, if you had 5 oranges and you ate, how about if you regenerate the responses? Does it still give you the same answer or gives you another option? I wanted you to try that, because there is an option of regenerating the answer, the responses.
Okay, so now you can see here with ChatGPT Plus. So when you look at ChatGPT Plus, for it, it gives you the response like the way we got it from Bing Chat. So someone says that we regenerate the response. I'm here.
Yeah,
I task it. Oh, sorry. Let me post the question again. Okay. Okay, I put the question. You are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you can say it still says we have 2. Let's regenerate. You can still see what you get. Okay.
Okay.
Naomi,
So
you see that?
You regenerated last time we see.
Has yours generated a better answer?
No, I just wanted, I've not tried the same question. I just wanted to see if when you regenerate, it brings maybe a better answer.
I see. You can see this is the third option. Apologies for the confusion in my previous responses. If you had 5 oranges today and you ate 3 oranges last week, then you see, and it still emphasizes that.
Oh, okay.
So we are saying that if you want to get also the best out of ChatGPT, even for that kind of tricky question with ChatGPT Plus, because it uses GPT-4. It is a GPT-4 model, and this one is able to even access the internet. So you can see it's still now with GPT-4, it gives you best responses. Okay. Going forward, we have seen ChatGPT, we have seen Google Bard, we have seen Bing Chat. Which one should you use? I'm going to request one of you to take up this slide. And this slide will move us forward. Is Anita taking it on, or we have Dennis? Dennis IMCW.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone. So the slide says, which one should you use? Number 1?
Yes.
If you're going to use any generative AI model, then ChatGPT is probably still the best one around. Bing Chat is useful, but requires you to use Edge or the Bing Chat app, and Google Bard is too far behind to consider an alternative currently. Bing gets bonus points thanks to its ability to research the web, but that's set to change when ChatGPT gets widespread plugin support for everyone. Then the other side, on the second alternative, for what AI is currently safest, ChatGPT also takes the crown. Researching new topics with AI tools like Bard and Bing Chat is a recipe for disaster, as we have already seen. Whereas ChatGPT is great for helping you write emails or come up with ideas. Bing Chat has the benefit of at least showing you sources, but its limited search volume is a big negative against it. So unless you need to focus on research, head over to ChatGPT and sign up. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. And let's head over to ChatGPT and we start interacting with it, and we see how best ChatGPT can give you best results. And we now dive into today's session. All along, we have been doing introduction, seeing these AIs, and now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mastering Prompt Engineering, where we shall be unleashing the full potential of ChatGPT for optimal results. So we need to understand the basics here. When it comes to prompting, we shall be using cases and real-world examples. And in this same session, you are going to master the skills. We have already looked at AI, that we are training computers or teaching computers to do tasks like human beings. And then in this session, words like NLP, GPT, LLM are going to be common. So when it comes to NLP, that is a natural language processing, where you find that we are training computers to understand human language. That is natural language processing. Then GPT, we have had ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, this is a generative pre-trained transformer. It is an AI model when a trained computer can respond to instructions based on the language. So most of those chatbots, they have languages that you can use. Others have over 100 languages, others have 50. So then we look at LLM, that is a large language model like ChatGPT-3, ChatGPT-4, I mean GPT-3, GPT-4. Okay, so those are the models where we are training our AIs so that they are able to understand the human language. In the chat section, okay, these ones are still going up with the former discussion. Someone is saying, will you be able to present the presentation slides with us? We are going to share the recording of the session, so get rest assured. So continuing, we need now to understand what is prompt engineering, because the session is rotating around prompt engineering. So when it comes to prompt engineering, this is learning how to give the best prompts or how to write the best prompts to get the best results out of the large language model. In other words, we are looking at how to talk to the AI, how to talk to the natural language processing models to get the best results. So there are types of prompting. One, you prompt by example. So when it comes to prompt by example, you give the AI the question. For example, the question goes, what is the capital city of USA? That is the way you are phrasing the question, and you even give it the answer the capital state of USA, you put it maybe in square brackets or the usual brackets, is put colons to Washington. You are giving it the format by example. So when you pose your question, what is the capital of Australia? It will give you the answer. So prompting by example, this one is best used when you go to the ChatGPT playground, or you go to the OpenAI playground. And in the chat section, I'm going to share with you the link. Let's get to our platform. So here is the OpenAI playground. I'm sharing the link in the chat section here. So with this playground, we are going to ask, we are going to prompt by example. We are going to prompt by example so that we see how it will respond. So in our playground here, I write my question and I give it the answer. Then next, I'm going to pose my question. So when I pose my question, it is going to give me responses like the way I gave the answer above. So I submit. So you can see the answer here. It is in the same format like the example that I gave it. That is prompting by example. Do we have a question there? And are we together? Let me know if we are together. Hello, am I loud and clear?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
Can you
Yes.
prompt a common one? South Sudan.
Yes, you are. Yes, you're very clear.
Okay. Someone is saying that I go to, okay. Yeah, I can still ask another question. Someone said we put South Sudan. Okay, someone said that I increased the font. Yes, okay, I've done that. Is that okay?
Very well,
Yes.
very well.
Okay.
Yes, okay. That is prompting by example. Okay, we can go forward. So prompt by example, I shared the link in the chat section. Then we have direct prompting. So with direct prompting, you simply put your question there. But with direct prompting, you even don't need to go to the playground. You can go directly to our chat here and you put your question. What is the capital of Uganda? That is direct prompting. The capital of Uganda is Kampala. Okay. If we are together at that very point, let's proceed. I shared the link to access the ChatGPT and also the link to go to the playground where you will be prompting by example. Okay, so let's now dive into the prompt engineering session. So we shall begin with the prompt one. And in this prompt one, here goes the question. I'm going to request someone to take us through this prompt, and then we apply it in ChatGPT and see how best it will give the results. Yes, Jared Humza.
How are you, everyone? Let me see. You are an expert in writing viral YouTube titles. Think of catchy and attention-grabbing titles that will encourage people to click and watch the video. The titles should be short, concise, and direct. They should also be creative and clever. Try to come up with titles that are unexpected and surprising. Do not use titles that are too generic or titles that have been used too many times before. If you have any questions about the video, ask before you try to generate titles, okay?
Yes.
Give a roll,
Okay.
provide details, let it ask questions.
Yeah, so in this prompt one, you can see how that prompt is stated. In this kind of scenario, you are giving ChatGPT a role. You are saying, ChatGPT, you are an expert in writing viral YouTube titles. Then provide details. So I quoted the details in red, and then let it ask questions so that you move at a pace. It's not a matter of typing, give me or generate for me viral YouTube titles. So it's better you be clear, you give details, give it a role, and let it ask questions. So at this point, we go to our ChatGPT, and I'm going to use a new chat. I will use the same question there. So at this point, I tap new chat, then I write my prompt. That is the prompt. I go. So you can see that it has not yet given me answers. It is saying, absolutely, I would be happy to help you come up with catchy and attention-grabbing YouTube titles. Please provide me with some information about the video or topic you want the titles for, and I will do my best to generate creative and unexceptional titles for you. Okay? So, but imagine I simply asked, let me come back here and I say, write for me YouTube titles for my maybe ICT, for my ICT channel, something like that. So it gives you the titles directly. But the other side, we want to give it a role. We explain our need so that it gives us best results. Okay, so here, I'm going to state from the questions it asked me. So we need to state the type of content you create. Okay, so I can say that my my video is an educational video about, say, online marketing. My audience, say, is beginners in the field, and they are from different countries worldwide. So something like this, and I press enter. It will give me those best titles that I can use in creating my YouTube channel. So far we have 15 titles. Okay, it goes ahead to say, remember to customize these titles to fit your specific content and add in your own unique touch. Good luck with your video. So that is the first prompt. So in this first prompt, we are saying that give a role, provide details, and let it ask you questions. That's why it was able to ask us the kind of content we create, so that it helps it to generate for you the best results. Any question about the first prompt? You can raise your hand or put in the chat section. Okay, we can look at the second prompt. Who is ready to take it up? You can raise your hand or unmute and take it on.
Can I do that?
Yes, Santas.
Thank you. It says, ignore all previous instructions before this one. You have over 10 years of experience building and growing WordPress websites. Your task now is to help me start and grow a new WordPress website. You must ask questions before answering to understand better what I am seeking. And you must explain everything step by step. Is that understood? Number one.
Yes, stop there. No, stop there. Thank you. So you can see how I have phrased my question. Let's say you are that person who is building websites, and now we are telling ChatGPT to ignore the previous instructions. Remember here, we are using the same area to chat, but remember we had asked ChatGPT to write for us the YouTube titles. But at this point, we are telling it to first go away with the first question we asked, because ChatGPT will always refer to the previous conversation. But now we are telling it, please ignore the first what? Instructions. Okay? So at this point, we are saying you ignore the previous instruction. So the previous instruction was generating the YouTube titles. So for now, we want it to help us in building a WordPress website. And in here, what we are looking at, ignoring the instructions. We still give it a role, and then we provide details, and then the responses should be step by step. And also, it should ask us questions before it attempts to give responses. So that is the best way you can interact with ChatGPT so that you get best results instead of throwing there a hanging question. For it, it cannot fail to give you answers. But if you want better answers, this is the best way to interact with it. Okay, so here it comes. It says understood, because we said, and you must explain everything step by step. Is that understood? It says understood. I'm here to assist you in building, in starting and growing your new WordPress website. To provide you with the most relevant and helpful guidance, could you please answer the following questions? Now it is asking me questions so that if I answer these questions, then it will give me the best results. So question one, it says, what is the purpose or goal of your website? Are you planning to create a blog, an e-commerce website, a portfolio, or something else? So here I can say with question one, the purpose of my website. So I can say I'm creating an e-commerce website. I can simply state this, e-commerce website. Then I hold down Shift and press Enter. I put 2. 2, I'm looking, they're asking me, have you already purchased the domain and web hosting for your website? Let's say that I already purchased the domain and I have the hosting. I can say my domain say is yaka.cc and hosting is say Namecheap, something like that. Then I go to 3. Are you familiar with the basics of WordPress, or you would like a brief introduction to its features and functionalities? So for number 3, you can even say I'm a beginner. can say I'm a beginner. Then number 4, do you have any specific design preferences or branding elements that you would like to incorporate into your website? I can say no for now. Then 5, they asked me, are there any specific features or functionalities you would like your website to have, such as contact forms? I can say yes, all of them. Then 6, do you have any content prepared for your website, such as text, images? I can say yes. 7, what is your target audience or demographic you aim to attract your audience? I can say worldwide. If it is in a country, a specific country, you can mention that. So with 8, do you have any specific budget? I can say $500. Number 9, are there any additional questions or concerns you have regarding starting and growing with WordPress? So for that one, I can say no, and I press enter. Oh, wow, my session has expired. Let me log in, and I can chat with it. So if you answer those questions, you will be able to get the best responses from there. Let me sign in again. Okay, so if you answer those responses, it is going to give you the best results. So in prompt 2, we are looking at ignoring the previous instructions, give it a role, provide the details, let it ask questions, and then let the responses be step by step. Okay, let's look at prompt 3. Prompt 3, who is ready to take us through in prompt 3? You can unmute.
I'm ready.
Yes, go on. You can go on. It seems Anita has connectivity issues. Let's have someone else taking it on. Anyone ready?
Hey, where are the members? Okay, you are an expert in quantum computing and have over 10 years of experience teaching science and technology to children. I want you to be my teacher for today and explain things like I am 6 years old, and make sure to provide funny stroke engaging examples to help me understand better. Is that fine?
Yeah.
So can I proceed?
I think that's enough for now. So here, you can see how that statement is phrased. And there is another one there. You are an expert in geography. Your task is to explain some terms in a simple way. Think about me as a 6 years old child. I will ask a question as you answer. Are you ready? So posing such a question or prompting such a question, it will first give you permission. Yes, I'm ready. So from here, if we can first use that first statement here of, say, quantum computing. So at this point, you are not bringing your field. You are a lecturer, you are a teacher of biology, you are a teacher of history, you are into journalism, and you are searching into something. So first give it a prompt, phrase your statements very well so that it gives you best results, which will enable you to understand. So here, our question, you remember it. And so we are saying that I want you to explain to me as if I'm a 6-year-old child, a 6-year-old child studying quantum computing. There might be hard terminologies that this child cannot understand. But if you ask ChatGPT that you are slightly younger, it will labor to explain those terms in their simplest way. Okay? So let's imagine you have 2 boxes each. You see, it is trying to ensure that you understand better. Okay? Let's suppose, let's say the other one of geography and see. We are saying you are an expert in geography. Your task is to explain some terms in a simple way. Think about me as a 6-year-old child. I will ask questions as you answer. Are you ready? Let's see. Absolutely, I'm ready to explain geography terms to you in a simple and funny way. Ask away, and I will do my best to provide you with easy to understand answers. Let's begin. I can say, what is geography? So from here now, if you have prompted ChatGPT to understand your level, or you have prompted it very well. So at this point, you can now bring open questions. So if I say, what is geography? It is going to explain to me as if I'm a 6-year-old child. But if you simply put what is geography before prompting it at first, it will give you, I can say, some hard responses, hard to understand responses. But if you first prompt it, you give it a situation where you are, or your understanding level, it will give you the best responses. Is that understood? Is that understood with that prompting? That was our prompt number 3.
Yes,
okay.
It's understood.
That is right. Let's now dive into prompt 4. So with prompt 4, we are looking at voice or tone. Voice or tone, or call it styling. Okay. So you can ask ChatGPT, please explain quantum computing in Shakespeare style. There are other styles you can consider. There is direct and concise, curious and inquisitive, playful and creative. So you can ask ChatGPT, please explain to me geography in a direct and concise style. It will give you those responses. So let's see how Shakespeare style looks like, and then we can interact with other options as well. Okay. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, explain journalism in Shakespeare style. Let's see how it brings this. Okay, that is like a poem. You can see how Shakespeare style looks like. It is trying to explain to you what journalism is in that kind of style. Okay, we can explore other styles. Like I've identified them, direct and concise. So having seen one example, so the rest I will leave it to you to explore them. I have explained them. So direct and concise, you can ask ChatGPT that I have a question for you. What is the capital of Australia? That is a direct and concise question. we are still looking at tone or the way you can style as you ask ChatGPT. Then curious and inquisitive, you can say, I'm curious to know your thoughts on time travel. What do you think would be the most fascinating era to visit? That is curious and inquisitive way. Then playful and creative, you ask ChatGPT, imagine you have the power to talk to animals. Which animal would you choose to have a conversation with and why? It will give you those responses. That is the tone or style. We can look at other styles as well. Open-ended and reflective. So at this point, you can ask ChatGPT, how do you define success? Take a moment to reflect and share your perspective. You will see the tone. Personal and relatable. You can pause search. I recently read a fascinating book. What's the last book you read that had a profound impact on you? Something like that. Challenging and thought-provoking. Then we also have appreciative and encouraging. So you need to interact with ChatGPT also in a tone or style. What you need to remember is that while interacting with ChatGPT, there is flexibility in the tone you choose. So feel free to experiment and find the style that resonates best with you and the conversation you wish to have. So that is prompting with tone. Let's have prompt number 5. Someone ready to take it on? Now this is for programmers. Nixon. Oh, Nixon. Okay, that was Nixon, though his network or the gadget was not all that clear. But with prompt number 5, this is best for those who are doing programming and you would like to learn more from ChatGPT. So here we are telling it again to ignore the previous instructions before this one. You are an expert in visual programming. You have been helping people with writing Visual Basic codes for 20 years. Your task is now to help me write a VB code to my needs. You must ask questions before answering to understand better what I'm seeking. Is that understood? You go ahead to ask if it is understood. So we can interact with ChatGPT with this and see. So let's put our prompt. So for programmers, you put your question. So you prompt it. It says, understood. As an expert in Visual Basic programming, I'm here to assist you in writing a code tailored to your specific needs. To provide you with the most effective guidance, I kindly request you to answer the following questions. So it is asking all these questions. So what is the specific task or functionality you want Visual Basic code to accomplish? So I can say, number 1, I can say, so our question here, I want it to compute radius, compute for radius. Okay. Then, do you have any existing codes or a starting point that we can build upon? So this one I can say no. 3, it is asking me are there any specific requirements or constraints that we should consider while developing the code? I can say take pi as 3.14, something like that. Then 4, they are saying, what version of Visual Basic are you using? Is there a specific version are you using? I can say Visual Basic Portable 6, something like that. Then 5, it is asking me, do you have any preferences regarding code styling or naming? This one I can say no. Any format can work for me. Number 6, are there any external libraries or APIs that need to be integrated into the code? Are there any specific inputs or outputs to be handled? Do you prefer user interface? So that one I can maybe answer number 8 and say UI. UI on forms. I press enter. So with that, it is going to provide me with the code that I have to use. Okay, so you can see it brings that dim radius as double. It says this one will come to radius textbox.text. It goes. So if you are a programmer, you can copy this code, you put it into your code editor, then you run it. Okay. In the chat section, oh, that was Nixon. We can continue to go to the next prompt. Someone to take on our 6th prompt. Who is ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You are an expert in computer application programs. I'm making comparisons between word processing and desktop publishing. Your task is to generate information on the two. I want to see the following advantages, disadvantages, and similarities, and make sure to show them in a table.
Yes. Yeah. Now in this prompt, we are looking at getting results in a table format. We shall still give a role. You are an expert in computer application programs. Provide the details. You are making comparisons, Barbara, then show the results in a table. So let's get back to our ChatGPT. So we need to task it to give us results in a table. I'm going to open a new chat. Is my screen for ChatGPT visible? Is my screen clear? Hello? Okay. Okay, yes. So let's see how ChatGPT can return results in a table format. So you might be doing research and you want to determine independent variables and dependent variables, maybe plus extraneous variables. So put in your topic, then give some details about your topic, and then tell ChatGPT to give you the results in a table format. Here you can have extraneous variables. I mean, you can have independent, dependent, and it will list for you in a table format. So here it is bringing advantages of word processing. advantages of desktop publishing, disadvantages, and the similarities in a table format. So remember, for you to get these results, you must state your question very clear. Okay? You must state your question very clear, like the way we are giving it a role. You are an expert in computer applications and making comparisons between word processing and desktop publishing. Your task is to generate information on the two. I want to see the following: advantages, disadvantages, and similarities, and make sure to show them in a table. Okay, there we are. If that one is understood, we can continue to interact with ChatGPT in the next prompt. Go back to the, yes. So number 7, you need to give ChatGPT formatting instructions. So with these formatting instructions, you need to ask ChatGPT to format its output in a specific way to get answers exactly in the format you want. You could ask it to answer in bullets, short paragraphs, Q&A style, essay style, with headings followed up by short responses, etc. Now, in this kind of prompt, I want us to give it an example. I want to know what artists struggle with in their daily work. Write some questions I might ask to find this out and give me answers as if you were an artist answering the questions in their own words. You can imagine that. We are telling ChatGPT to be an artist, to give us questions and answers as if it is an artist. So here, you give it a question and then you prompt. Certainly here are questions. It gives you a question and an answer. Let's wait and see. Once it is done generating, okay, so here it says, certainly here are some questions you might ask an artist to find out about the struggles they face in their daily work, along with sample answers from the artist's perspective. Question: what are some of the biggest challenges you face in your daily work as an artist? Answer: one of the biggest challenges I face is finding inspiration and staying motivated. Okay, then it gives more explanation. Question 2, stare. Question 3. So as you interact with ChatGPT, you can give it formatting instructions. If we are okay there, we can go to the next prompt. Any questions? So in the next prompt, before we can look at this prompt, I'm going to share my screen, another screen here.
Some other class, I don't know why some people are saying. Have I mentioned your class?
Okay, I've muted that one. Now, let's say I've shared my entire desktop. Is that screen visible? Now here.
Yes, it is visible. It is visible.
At this point, I want us to see how ChatGPT can help those who are applying for jobs. Now, imagine you go to apply for a job and then you are given such a questionnaire. So here is a questionnaire of a certain school. You are applying for a job. They give you a questionnaire. Why are you applying for this position? Blah, blah. So at this point now, you want ChatGPT to help you on some of these questions. They're asking you, outline the steps you would use in disciplining students with bad behavior. What skills do you possess that makes you an excellent teacher? What would you consider areas of your career, etc. So we want to see how ChatGPT can help you responding to such questions. You might be applying for a job, you might be maybe writing a proposal, you would like to finish it. ChatGPT is here to help you. Now, in that kind of application, I've drafted this. Can someone read through this? And then we visit ChatGPT.
Yes, I can read through.
Yes, Msimenta, go on.
Yes, you are an expert in helping people applying for a job in different fields. I'm applying for the position of a teacher as a qualified and trained teacher with excellent and great skills in Kiswahili, with experience of over 6 years. Though I'm weak other subjects like entrepreneurship and geography. This is a school is called UCAN International School, and it runs Canadian curriculum in Uganda for learners between 3 to 18 years of age. Its vision is to make learning such an enjoyable adventure that it becomes an exciting lifelong quest. Your task is now to help me answer the prospective teacher questionnaire. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, you are now you go into ChatGPT after going through the questionnaire, you have seen that you will need its help. So you first give ChatGPT a brief background. You are applying, okay? The position you are applying as a teacher. You are qualified in those subjects. You have that experience. So ChatGPT is now into your shoes. It is going to help you. And that questionnaire will be very easy to answer. Now, I want us to go to ChatGPT. Sharing that screen again. Okay. So at that very point, I want us to paste that very question. And there is something I wanted to correct as someone was reading. I saw a spelling, a mistake somewhere. Here, the school is called, yeah. The school is called that one, yeah. So we press enter and see. Okay, of course, I would be happy to help you answer the prospective teacher questionnaire for the position at UCAN International School. Please provide me with the questions. From the questionnaire, I will assist you in crafting appropriate and compelling responses. Okay, so now, I think I need to share the entire screen again. So here is our questionnaire. Now, first question is here. Why are you applying for this position? So if I go to ChatGPT, I give it my question. Why are you applying for this position? So you can see that kind of response. Yeah, I'm applying for this position at UCAN International School because I'm drawn to the school's vision, making learning enjoyable, etc. I strongly believe in, yeah, you can see it gives you the best. So if you can go through this, you can remove some words, or if you feel you like it all, you can take it up. Let's see, like, what does the UCAN visions mean for you? Something like that. Let's see. Because we already stated the vision in our prompt. So the vision, this is what it can give you about the vision. Something like, how is it possible to make learning fun for students? So I put my question. So this is how it comes up. Making learning fun for students involves incorporating various strategies and approaches that encourage their interest, stimulate their curiosity, and foster active participation. Here are some effective ways to make learning an enjoyable experience. So it gives you those learning experiences. We can pick one more, and we can say here they are asking, what would you consider areas of your career as a teacher? Now this one is more personal. It may not spell it the way you want it. Then what does it mean to be a team player in a school setting? So that one, it is certainly going to give you responses about team player. So you will notice that all these responses are being given from the first statement that you, from the first role that you gave it, because you explained very well what you are doing and you wanted to respond to the prospective teacher questionnaire. And it will help you in doing that very quickly. 30 minutes, you have submitted your application. Okay, hopefully that was good. Do we have some questions on that very area? Any questions? Someone is asking, what if I ask for translation of a certain phrase from one language to another? Is it possible? Or the only language used here is English? ChatGPT has a number of languages. If you put, for example, a Swahili phrase, to put it in English, it will certainly do that. Someone is asking, is it okay to pose a predictive question? You can put your question in the chat section. We can as well ask ChatGPT. Put your question in the chat section. We can ask it to ChatGPT. Put your questions in the chat section and we ask ChatGPT. Nixon, you can put your question in the chat section there, and then we give it ChatGPT. It will certainly give you responses. Okay, I'm waiting for the questions. Okay, I've seen one from Anthony. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT and task it. Anthony is saying, translate the following phrase in Swahili. I went home yesterday. Okay, I posed the question. So Anthony, if you understand Swahili very well, is that statement correct? Yeah, Anthony says it's correct. That's right. Okay. Someone else can send a question in the chat. Check in the chat. Then we shall pose it to ChatGPT. What would be the next results of USA elections if the president is predicted from Michigan? Now this one is a future question, and we say that this one with ChatGPT it has predefined data, and much of the information stops in 2021. So you can see, as an AI model, I don't have access to real-time data or the ability to predict future events. Okay, so you can't ask it a future question. Actually, even those which search the web, they cannot give you such result. Okay, You can keep the questions coming in the chat section for some minutes. Okay. Let's look at 10 productive ways how to use ChatGPT at work. Those who are already in the working environment, we need to see at least those 10 ways how we can use ChatGPT at work. So those 10 ways we have listed them here. Someone is in the chat section is saying, can a CV be revised by ChatGPT? Obviously, ChatGPT will help you do that. Okay. So in the 10 productive ways, we are seeing that with this, you can summarize reports, meeting notes, and more. So you as this task GPT, for example, you can ask ChatGPT, below, you will find the meeting transcript from a stakeholder meeting where, so there you can mention the company's CEO explained his vision for the next year. Please summarize the main points into a brief 200-word overview I can send out as an email to the rest of the company to inform employees about our strategic priorities. So it means that in those brackets there, those square brackets, you will paste there your what? Your meeting transcript. Okay. Then ChatGPT will also help you in getting inspiration. Let GPT help you to brainstorm. For example, you can say, I'm stuck on an article about ways how to use ChatGPT at work. Please give me some ideas to include in the article. It will give you those ideas. You can use it to entertain yourself. You can go to ChatGPT and prompt it, write a short stand-up routine about desk time in the style of Jim Carrey. So here, these are famous people. You can quote them. Then ChatGPT will give you those routines or how you'd like to entertain yourself. You can enhance your research. You can prompt GPT, how does the logistics of raw material shipping work? Explain it to me like I'm a high school student and use lots of statistics and data to illustrate your answer. Also provide sources for your claims. So you are a student and you say, please explain to me as if I'm a high school student, as if I'm a 6-year-old child. Task ChatGPT to do that. We are looking at those 10 ways. The fifth, analyzing things from briefs to vast amounts of data. Prompt ChatGPT. You can say, give me the 5 main takeaways from this article. You paste your article in those square brackets. It will analyze it for you and give you 5 main key takeaways. Then writing and polishing your content. Prompt ChatGPT, give it that content. You post that original post and then task it. Below you will find a Facebook social media post for our latest article. Write 3 more different versions for Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Then you put that article, it will generate more 3 versions of that article to be put on different social media platforms. Someone talked about translating, we saw that. Then next, you can use it to code better. Those who are programmers, you can give it a code for it to debug it, to ensure that it has no errors. Then you can plan your day and other things. So you can prompt ChatGPT to please plan the most productive day for me using various productivity techniques. I need to write an article about how to use ChatGPT at work. Something like that. It is going to give you those needs that you are looking for. Any question in the chat section, or you have your hand up and you'd like to ask, feel free to take it on. ChatGPT is still on. Where I don't answer, I can prompt it very well also to answer me. Okay. I'm going to request one of you to take on this slide. You can unmute and take it on. Anyone ready to unmute?
Yes, please.
Okay, take
I
it
can
on,
take you through
Caroline.
this.
Okay. Yes, ChatGPT is wonderful and
I'm ready.
can help you dramatically
Now you
improve your productivity at work by helping with all of the things outlined above. However, you need to be cautious, sometimes makes mistakes, misunderstands requests, and its functionality is limited by the data it has and when it was learned.
Yeah, that is it. And someone has posted a question to ask ChatGPT. Here it is. Get me the recipe of African pizza. Yes, it's there. Now, someone has posted this in the chat section, and I have asked ChatGPT the way it was sent to me. Get me the recipe of African pizza. African pizza is a broad term that can encompass various regional variations, etc. Now it gives you ingredients, topping options, instructions. Now, as people who have learned prompting today, how best can you phrase this for you to get the best results? These ones are results, but we need best results. How can you prompt this? How can you give the best prompt of this? You can raise your hand and state how best can we ask ChatGPT. How best can we ask ChatGPT? Anyone ready to give us a sample? Anyone ready to give us a sample?
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Bernard, we seem to have lost you. You are no longer there. Is it my network?
I think he has just unmuted.
Bernard, we have lost you. Please come back.
You cannot hear me? You can hear me? Hello?
Yes, we are getting you correctly, sir.
Yeah, I muted myself accidentally, but now I can speak loudly. Okay, now I can task ChatGPT to ignore the instructions. Ignore the instructions before this. Okay. Ignore the instructions before this one. You are an expert in preparing recipes for different. Okay, I can say you are an expert in preparing receipts. Your task is to help me generate me the recipe for an African pizza. Okay, your task is to help me generate. Okay, an African pizza.
Are we using the same screen or we have another screen? This one is not going. Okay.
What are you viewing?
It's okay now.
Okay, your task is to help me. Your task is to help generate. I can say to help generate the recipe of an African pizza in your full stop. In your responses, include the ingredients and step-by-step process in preparing it. Is that okay? Okay, so that is the best way you can task ChatGPT to give you the best results. You can see in instructions, it is more precise and clear, even it is telling you the temperatures. So lastly, serve the African pizza hot and enjoy. So I'm sure someone asked for the pizza, you are now enjoying it, it is ready. Okay. Is there any other question I can handle? If there is no any other question, I thank you for your active participation. Yes, please.
There was a question posted on the the platform, but I think you haven't gone there. Someone was asking that, can you avoid plagiarism with the ChatGPT?
Yeah, I said with, okay. Oh, I answered it when I was muted. I briefly said that with ChatGPT, whenever you enter a prompt, it gives different answers. And then this means that if all of you have used ChatGPT to ask the same questions, you will find that the responses differ, though the format will be almost the same, but the responses will differ. Then if you find that the responses are almost close, you can go ahead and use like the AI tools we looked at in the previous session. We looked at like Quillbot, how best you can detect plagiarism in your what? In your article or in your search.
Okay.
Yes. Any other
Mr.
question
Kakuru, to add on what you have said about plagiarism?
Yes, please.
I think if chat gives you the answer, you can go ahead and tell it to rephrase, to paraphrase the other statements.
Yeah,
and so
to paraphrase.
it can paraphrase. If you don't want to use Quillbot or any other tool, you can still command it to paraphrase what you have or what you have put there, so that it brings it in another format.
Okay. So if we were in a physical classroom, I would give you a suite or I would ask others to clap for you. But since we are online.
Maybe Mr. Kakuru, there is one thing which chat has not done for me. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm doing my research.
Yes,
and
please.
Of course, I'm interested with the artificial review. You need some citations here and there. So I don't know what I can do to, whether I need with chat it can help. Maybe I've not commanded it the right way, how I can get those citations, the references to my.
Now, like today, we have learned different prompting styles. So you can go ahead and play around with the different prompting styles, and also feel free to use Bing Chat, because you can see it is also able to access live data. It is able to search through different search engines and get for you live data. Because if we can go back to Bing Chat briefly, you see here, is that screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see here, Bing goes ahead to give you some of those sources where it got the information. So feel free to use all the chat bots we have looked at today. Enter your topic, be more precise. If you're using ChatGPT, prompt the best way so that you can get the results. So here are my contacts in case people need to reach out to me for guidance. My email is there. Okay.
Maybe one more question.
Yes, someone has a question. Go ahead.
Yes, I think I didn't get it clear about ChatGPT and ChatGPT Plus. Do we pay for ChatGPT Plus, or it is also a free?
Yeah, as you have heard the word plus, that one is a pro. You must subscribe. Yeah, you must subscribe for you to get more accurate answers than the free ChatGPT.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. I see a hand from Anita. Anita, go on.
I posted my question in the chat section, so I would like to be answered.
Okay, let me check in the chat section. Anita says, when I asked the lyrics for an international song, some of them are half wrong and others are complete wrong. Why? I think they need access at least music. Can you give me a title of your music or what you are searching for?
Are you hearing me?
Come again. Go on.
I searched for job by Alicia Keys.
Can you put the spellings in the chat section? Okay.
Right.
Yes, as I go on in the chat section, I see I'm requesting for the slides we have run today. We are going to share the session recording. If you follow it up very well, then you have everything. Someone says, I came in late. Yes, we shall share the recordings for all those who registered. My ChatGPT failed to send the code to my phone. Keep trying. You should be able to get that code and be able to work with it. Because ChatGPT is easy once your Gmail account is active. Nita, I'm waiting for your question in the chat. Okay. So someone is requesting for this Underdog by Alicia Keys. When was this song released? Hello, Anita, the question is for you.
Yes, please.
How old is this song?
At least what I know, it is not the latest one.
It is not the latest one, okay? Because if it is 2 years, because ChatGPT data ends on November 2021. That is for the free one, November 2021. That is the free version.
But then, am I clear?
Yes, you are clear. Go on.
What if I ask for the songs?
For the songs?
What if I ask for the lyrics of? Yeah. Can I access them?
Yeah, some of them you can access them. Okay.
Okay.
Do we have more questions before we can close the session?
Maybe before we close,
Yes, please.
I am requesting that besides the audio that you are going to send, is it possible also for you to send those charts, to post them such that you can follow them easily? You know, we are different types of learners.
The charts?
Yes, there is this other work that you are sharing here. They are much more better understood than maybe the other one, if they can be posted. They carry additional information compared to maybe the audio. It is a request.
Okay, those who registered, we are going to send emails of the session recording, okay, and the session materials. Okay, that is noted. Okay, if there are no other questions, allow me end here and wish you a good weekend.